Alright, Baglino, I think it's time to start testing and calibrating the Cybertruck in the real world, since production is supposed to be starting in, 4 months? Shoot, you're right. We probably should start calibrating it and such. Yeah, Elon wants it to be really good at off-roading and also float for several miles. So, could we, get working on that now, please? Yeah. Let's check out the suspension system here. Okay. Yes, the Cybertruck can in fact be tall. Oh my god, have you even tested that before? Was this the first time you've messed around with the suspension? Pretty much, yeah, this is about it. Wow, okay, this is bad. And can you lower it back again? Sure. Okay, we have suspension. Awesome! We're ready to unveil the production design at Investor Day. Oh yeah, when's that again? 5 days. Oh god, I quit. I'm gonna work at Twitter or something else. There's been a lot of sightings lately of the Cybertruck. Definitely a lot of discussions going around about it. So for one, somewhere internally, I think in Palo Alto, some Tesla employee probably has been fired by now, but they recorded the lowest possible quality video of the Cybertruck driving around with its air suspension maxed out all the way up. And my god, may I just say, it looks comical. Like, it is awkwardly tall, and I'm sure this is not something Tesla is going to recommend. It might be a specific off-road driving mode or something, but when it's not off-road and it's in this heightened position, it is kind of hilarious how much ground clearance there is on this truck. It's definitely much higher ground clearance than you've ever seen in a Model S or X, and I'm sure it'd be a very interesting feeling to have it driving around like that and stuff, but yeah. I guess it's overall a good sign to see that the Research and Development Center is kind of prototyping with how the suspension, and maybe they're kind of software calibrating it, but I wouldn't necessarily take this video as confirmation of what the production specs are going to be, because once again, these sightings, as far as we can tell, are all in California, and we know that the production model Cybertruck is going to need casting pieces from the 9,000-ton Gigapress in Giga, Texas. So until we start getting some more Cybertruck prototypes around Giga, Texas, these are all hand-built, custom-made models to me, which means there's a lot of finalized tweaks and designs that probably still haven't been made. But the day after we got that super low quality video, that same employee, I guess, wasn't fired and decided to do a walk-around video which was much higher quality and didn't really reveal all too much other than this is definitely a prototype. It's got some extra wiring hanging out the back that we can see. But also, as Tesla was announcing their new engineering headquarters in Silicon Valley, they appeared to have another Cybertruck prototype driving around kind of off-road outside. I don't know how people can consider this off-road. I mean, yes, technically there was not asphalt beneath the tires, but it was driving over just like some light dirt, and basically a bunch of people were freaking out from this video that was captured from Dan of what's inside, because they put a little wooden block so that the Cybertruck could drive over the block and get to the dirty part of the lineup of vehicles they were displaying. So a lot of people were arguing back and forth. This means the Cybertruck is terrible at off-roading. Oh my god, it needed a wooden block to drive over a curb. I don't think that's the situation at all. I think like any Tesla with decently high ground clearance could probably drive over a curb, and the Cybertruck has huge tires. I'm sure it was capable of doing it. It was probably just a formality thing of, hey, this is probably a multi-million-dollar prototype. We don't want to bang it up or go too crazy with the off-roading because, again, this is not a production model. This is likely a hand-built machine. And also, they probably don't want to damage or rip up the curb all too much depending on how much torque they have in this prototype. In my view, it's very possible that this doesn't even have a full-size battery pack, considering we've never seen the Cybertruck really go more than a couple miles around the Tesla Design Center. Personally, I'm more excited for them to start building some early... Personally, I'm more excited for Tesla to start building up production models from Giga, Texas and do some like long-distance towing with them for testing and calibration. We haven't seen any of that yet, and because the Cybertruck is so weird and bizarre looking, it's going to be very hard for Tesla to do that under the radar. Even in the cover of night, that headlight is just too recognizable. So I think all of these sightings are just for show. I don't think this is evidence that we're any closer to production. I just wanted to take this opportunity to remind so many of you guys that these models are not the finalized designs and they are not from Giga, Texas. So frankly, don't get your hopes up. Pretty much during every single Tesla event for the past 3 years, everyone has been saying, maybe we'll get a Cybertruck update, maybe we'll get Cybertruck production specs and production designs updated at the next Tesla event, and then it doesn't happen time after time after time. So I still am gonna stay true to my original predicted timeline, which is that Cybertruck employee deliveries are probably going to start around the fourth quarter of this year, but customer deliveries I don't think will actually be until 2024. Yes, I know that sounds pessimistic, but right now I'm watching Joe Tegmeyer's coverage of Giga Texas very, very closely, and I'm not seeing really anything that proves, yes, that they're making motions on the Cybertruck tooling that is getting it closer to the stages of actually having models that were built with the final assembly line tools, and now they're testing it and calibrating it and doing EPA testing and that kind of thing. All steps that are going to be necessary before deliveries can actually begin, and similar to how Tesla had a semi-delivery event and a plaid delivery event, I really don't think it makes that much sense to have a Cybertruck event that is 5 to 6 months before deliveries begin, or even 2 to 3 months before deliveries begin. Which is why I'm not expecting really any type of Cybertruck news or updates at the Investor Day, but I would happily be proven wrong. If there's any Cybertruck news, I'll be happy to talk about it here. And what do you guys think of seeing the Cybertruck air suspension maxed out all the way? Does it look ridiculous? Could you see yourself utilizing this off-road? All that stuff, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And thank you to everybody supporting this channel directly. It seriously helps us out a ton, as does just watching these videos. So thanks again. Have an excellent rest of your day.